Good evening. Welcome to the 59th Annual Commencement for the Class of 2014. It is my great honor to introduce our two valedictorians at this time, Shannon Harris and Holly Sullivan.
Thank you, Dr. Marchini. Congratulations, Class of 2014, and thank you to our families and friends that supported us all these years. Please remember our outstanding achievements here, whether in athletics, music, theater, extracurriculars, academics, or any motley combination of the five. If we can define success as happiness and failure as inevitable, then we are sure to go far. Best of luck, graduates. I look forward to hearing the stories at our reunion. Oh, and now I have the great pleasure of introducing my fellow Cavalier, Holly Sullivan.
Thanks, Shannon. Good evening, OJRHS, Class of 2014. I first want to thank all the teachers, administrators, and parents who helped us to be sitting here today. I've been really nervous about what to say to all of you today, because there's no way to sum up our entire class in one speech. We should be proud that we have so many gifted and diverse people around us every day, but you should know that it makes writing a speech that any of you will find meaningful really hard. So I'll keep this brief. I don't want to sound moralistic, and I'm not very funny, but I do make my share of mistakes. And I hear that actually teaches you a lot. Mistakes are how we learn best, and the good news is, knowing that, we'll be learning our whole lives, whether or not we continue our education. Formal education is important, no doubt, but there's so much more we've learned in our time at this school than what is contained in the curriculum. It is these lessons that will be the most important ones in our lives. In years to come, most of us won't remember the grades we earned, and likely won't even care. What we will all remember are the people who made a difference. We'll remember the people who were there for us when we needed them. We'll remember the people who were not afraid to step up and be leaders, the ones who weren't afraid to speak up, and the ones who weren't afraid to make mistakes, because failure is not something to be feared. So let this serve as a reminder to us that it isn't as important what you can do as what you choose to do and how you choose to do it. We've all made choices in high school that earned us the right to be here today, and for that, we should be proud. We've all taken chances and learned from their results. Today, I've been given the chance for one final high school choice, the choice to remain true to my word and keep this brief. Good luck, Class of 2014. I am honored to have you all as my peers and look forward to the lasting choices we will continue to make in the years to come. Thank you. It is my pleasure to introduce Christian Wood, Executive Council President.
Thank you, Holly. Classmates, first take a second to congratulate yourselves for all that you have worked for to make it to this point, your high school graduation. Many of you have already left your mark at O&J, and to do so at a school that is so revered is an accomplishment that should definitely be noted. However, graduation, while a celebration of the past, is also a time to look towards the future. So what will you do in order to become remembered? We know that the ascension into stardom can happen through perseverance and determination over a long period of time. We've seen that over the past 4 years with world leaders such as Pope Francis coming to power, Jennifer Lawrence, a new celebrity, and athletes like LeBron James, who have all reached the pinnacle of their careers. These individuals are the societal definition of success. Leaving your mark, however, doesn't have to be the culmination of years of intense work and training. Take, for example, the tragedy that happened at the Boston Marathon. Despite the heinous acts of those who caused it, the result of the event was a coming together of the entire nation led by the heroes who cared for the victims and prevented disaster from striking again. These individuals had no idea that they would ever have to face any danger in the way that they did, and yet when called upon, they became remembered for their valiant contributions. The same may become true for you, for none of us really know the potential situations that we may find ourselves in later in life. So when faced with life's extreme challenges, how will you respond? The fact of the matter is that we can't have 350 professional athletes, celebrities, or famous politicians, but it only takes one decision, one event, or one opportunity to become remembered. So what will you do to leave your mark? Thank you. All right, it is now my pleasure to introduce Miss Cecelia Sagona, who is our Salutatorian.
It is my pleasure to introduce our next speaker, Dr. Christian, Superintendent of Schools.
Thank you, Cecelia. This is my payback for a 3-hour delay, I believe. We appreciate everybody's patience as we tried to wait out the Doppler radar. More importantly, good evening, graduates, parents, and friends. First, I would like to congratulate the O.J. Roberts class of 2014. You have diligently labored, accomplished much, and we are here to honor you. Many speakers across the country this weekend are dissecting, describing, and analyzing the word commencement. I would like to offer a rather direct approach. Commencement describes a beginning, one accompanied by the anticipation of the bright prospects for the future. With your graduation, a day commences, which is yours. Furthermore, the opportunity for a better community commences, which is also yours, because our community has been enhanced with examples of your accomplishments, your learning, and your passion. Each of you is an integral part of our community here in O.J. Roberts, an individual component which can never be repeated. You have a great future, and through you, O.J. Roberts School District has a great future. I know as you graduate today, each of you is destined to fulfill a rewarding future. In the short 2 years I have had the opportunity to watch the class of 2014, I have found them to be a talented and passionate class. Your talents span the spectrum from educational excellence, artistic prowess, wonderful musical performances, as well as championships in athletics. When I asked Dr. Marchini about what characterizes this class, he immediately responded with the word passion. This is where we as adults can learn a little something from the class of 2014. We are living in politically challenging times. Sadly, in our society, we see daily examples of the way people treat each other that are distrustful and even dangerous. But you have a passion and an optimism that can overcome those obstacles. You have opportunities. But you are a generation of abundance. You have things that people of my generation could not imagine. But material possessions won't be enough to equip you and prepare you for the future. To do that, you will not only need material objects, but principles. Not only details, but ideas, big ideas. Not just technology, but a belief system. For me, there's nothing particularly mysterious about the belief system that you might need. As my youngest child finished kindergarten this year, I was reminded throughout the year of some simple beliefs that you all know. I was reminded of a simplified version that you may remember when Robert Fulghum wrote about it in a wonderful little book, All I Really Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. You know them. Share everything. Don't hit people. Clean up after your own mess. Don't take things that aren't yours. Hold hands and stick together. Say you're sorry when you hurt somebody, and play fair. You remember the list, and I suspect, like myself, you've probably broken some of these rules. However, even if you have violated a few of these beliefs, We know that you learned from these decisions, and it is always refreshing for us as parents and educators to see that the seeds we planted years ago certainly have taken root. And even more encouraging is the passion that you have demonstrated throughout your 4 years here that we so admire. The class of 2014 is able to talk to and listen to people whose perceptions are different than their own. Your passion has been characterized by enthusiasm, optimism, and confidence. This class's passion, tempered with humility, will take you very far. Graduates, I thank you for that lesson. You are younger than we, you are better educated than we, and I concede you are smarter than we. But you also face bigger challenges than we did in our day. I have the utmost confidence that you will meet and rise above each one of these challenges, and I wish you the best in all of your future endeavors. Mr. President, by the power vested in me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I hereby certify that the class of 2014 has met all of the requirements set forth by the U.S. Department of Education, the Pennsylvania Department of Education, and the more stringent requirements of the O.J. Roberts School District. At this time, Mr. President, I present to you the graduating class of 2014. Thank you. I would like to call to the podium our salutatorian, Elizabeth Miller. Elizabeth?
It is my pleasure to introduce Mr. James Fries, President of the Board of School Directors for the O.J. Roberts School District.
Good evening, family, friends, and of course, the class of 2014. 25 years ago, I sat where you are sitting, looking forward to my next journey in life, wondering how the journey had gotten me there, both in time and educational perspective. Unlike you, however, my senior year did not include a 3-hour delay. Dr. Christian, I have no idea what you were thinking there, but okay. It reminds me of an old commercial where I could see Dr. Christian at home thinking about this, and he said, let's go 1, no 2, no, let's just go 3. Let's just go 3. The journey that has brought you here tonight has, and I'm sure, been eventful, beginning with your first day of school to the celebrations of not only tonight, but throughout this year, and all the events in between, some of which were ups in your life, while others may have been downs. But combined, they created a journey accumulating in tonight. Throughout this journey, you have received support from many sources, your family, through long nights of studying, to being your chauffeur to many, many activities you were involved in. Your teachers educating and preparing you for future, albeit further education of life in general. Your friends providing endless support of when needed and the O.J. Roberts community, either cheering you on sports or plays or supporting fundraising efforts. As you begin your next journey in life, I would ask you take with you not only the math and language skills you learned at O.J. Roberts, but the life lessons as well, and in doing so, exhibit the pride of O.J. Roberts. But the life lessons as well, sorry about that, lending a hand when needed or giving guidance to those following in your footsteps, here at OJR or wherever the journey takes you. Remembering that OJ-Roberts is not just a building of brick and mortar, but a community made up of those who have supported you through the years, and in which you, a part of knowing that community, will continue to support and guide your whatever journeys your life brings. On behalf of myself and the members of the OJ-Roberts School Board, the administration, faculty, and staff, good luck on many of your journeys in your life, and wishing you to always look back and remember the OJ-Roberts and its fondest memories. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to introduce Dr. Richard Marchini, our high school principal.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight we celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2014 and the 59th commencement of OJ-Roberts High School. Seniors, we are all so proud of you. The mission of our school community is to inspire students for success today, greatness tomorrow. In keeping with that goal, each year, seniors in the OJR art program paint murals that are placed throughout the school. Each painting has a quote, and each one is meant to inspire all those who walk around the building. A number of them are in display in our lobby. The paintings this year are amazing. One that really inspired me is from Emily Brunton, who has a quote from Albert Einstein: "Everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it's stupid." Graduates, each one of you is a genius at those things you do best. Each of you has a gift, a talent. Explore it, find it, embrace it, and develop it and share it as to now inspire others, as Emily and the other seniors did with their amazing murals. By sharing these talents with the world, you will find greatness in the future. As fish do swim, so do wildcats roar. Thank you for the opportunity to be part of this wonderful community, and congratulations to the graduating class of 2014. Thank you. Dr. Christian, Mr. Fries, and members of the Board of the School Directors, on behalf of the faculty and administration, I present to you the OJ-Roberts High School class of 2014. I also certify that they have met the requirements for graduation as set by the OJ-Roberts Board of Education in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Mr. Fries, I invite you at this time to come forward to present the students of the class of 2014 with their diplomas.
This is the fun time now. Class of 2014, I have been notified by the administrators and the faculty that you have satisfactorily completed the course of study prescribed by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and OJ-Roberts High School, and are therefore entitled to receive a diploma certifying that you have graduated from OJ-Roberts High School. As a representative of the OJ-Roberts School Board and by the authority invested in me by the Commonwealth in Pennsylvania, I proudly present your diploma in evidence of graduation. I would like to ask Mr. Jonathan Yoder, a member of our high school World Language Department, and Mrs. Dawn Galambos, a member of our high school English Department, to invite the students to the stage to receive their diplomas. Dr. Christian and I will distribute the diplomas as the names are called. Congratulations.
Shannon Harris, Valedictorian. Holly Ann Sullivan, Valedictorian. Cecelia Noel Sagona, Salutatorian. Elizabeth Lee Miller, Salutatorian. Christian Murray Wood, Executive Council President. Jessica Rose Vanonsky, Executive Council Vice President. Tristan Tai Min Nguyen, Executive Council Secretary. Noah Daniel Edgecliffe Johnson, Senior Class Director. Gabrielle Nicole Lamonto, Senior Class Assistant Director. Aaron Jacob Gray, Senior Class Secretary. Dylan Andreas Intlik, Senior Class Treasurer. Aiden William McLaughlin, Senior Class Event Coordinator. Amanda Ann Ackerman. Katrina Sue Albright. Elaine D'Amato Allen. Helen Catherine Armstrong. Bronte Elizabeth Baker Blake. Jana Barney. Veronica Lane Bennett. Shelby Rose Bergstresser. Mariah Ann Betts. Kira Diane Blazik. Rachel Nicole Blemker. Crystal Lynn Britton. Ashley Elizabeth Hatton. Amanda Michelle Hatton. Noah Daniel Beebe. Nicholas Connor Bellini. Jordan Scott Beaver. Dylan Edward Becker. Joseph Francis Bartelmo. Bradley Scott Beard. Monty Atkins. Joshua Quentin Barnes. Christopher Anthony Antich. Corey Scott Articani. Tristan Andrew Allen. Trevor David Anderson. Anthony Paul Akery. Cody James Adamson. Brittany Helen Brovey. Kayla Nicole Brown. Emily Ann Brunton. Haley Jean Burdette. Natalie Joy Burgos. Isabella Elizabeth Cabibbo. Madison Nicole Cantello. Amaryllis Marie Caraballo. Mercedes Ann Carfagno. Miranda Lynn Carfagno. Alexandria Paige Carl. Laura Jane Chamberlain. Michaela Rose Chipari. Tara Chandler Christensen. Blake Ryan Caldwell. Austin John Cassidy. Bryson Patrick Cahill. Jamie Michael Burry. Peter Levan Butts Jr. Justin Eric Bullivant. Hendrik Johannes Berger. Zachary Michael Broussard. Kevin John Bouquet. Robert George Christian Bose. Philip Jeffrey Benjamin. Elliot Charles Bennett Jr. Emma Kate Christman. Madeline Rosella Cobb. Jensen Catherine Condra. Hannah Ariel Kondrak. Taylor Rose Cooney. Shania Lynette Cooper Wilson. Sarah Christine Copeland. Tess Evangeline Kremers. Catherine Emery Cross. Roxana Lisa Kumpen. Leah Curran. Megan Elizabeth D'Antonio. Emily Grace Davis. Anna Karen Dollinger. Jason Theodore Davis. Zachary Kenneth DiCarlo. Parth Vinod Dadanya. Stephen Michael DeLuisio. Matthew Scott Kreider. Ryan Connor Cummings. Anthony David Confino. Kyle Michael Copenhaver. David Albert Collins. Benjamin Allen Condello. G. Robert Clark. David John Clay. Brandon Corey Casto. Bryce Daniel Challenger. Kristen Lee Emig. Julia Farkas. Jacqueline Page Fenton. Jacqueline Bo Feely. Morgan Elizabeth Fink. Marissa Alessandra Fogel. Brittany Fry. Caitlin Marie Gato. Lauren Ashley Gilland. Sheila Murray Gleason. Lindsay Nicole Grattan. Maya Lee Antrim Grosh. Rosalie Ann Hacker. Laura Hackman. Michael John Fatula V. Jared Andrew Faust. Alex Charles Fair. Zane Mackenzie Faisal. James Patrick Emery. Cutter Sean Endy. Donald Philemon Dudley IV. Cameron Mark Dushenko. Kevin Michael August DiGiuseppe. Robert Francis Donahoe. Jason David Diefendorfer. Matthew James Dealman. James Christopher Del Colo. Ryan DiBattista. Brianna Lynn Harabalia. Laura Ann Haskins. Devin Marie Hassinger. Jessica Marie Haverkamp. Margaret Faye Heft. Andrea Christina Hoheb. Rebecca Lynn Horvat. Angie Marie Hunt. Amelia Maria Ianero. Sarah Louise Yetzi. Kendall Shay Jacobs. Taylor Ann Jaquette. Cassidy Rose Jameson. Leave Madeline Jancic. Connor Robert Hassinger. Stephen James Hatton Jr. Austin John Gunson. Daniel Lee Hankins. Eric Thomas Greiser. Hayden Robert Guest. Aaron Samuel Gonder. Timothy Becker Graybill. Eric Jacob Gift. Matthew James Giango. Colby Carl Frank. Tyler Ray Frazier. Samuel Glenn Pfizer. Jesse James Fiscaro. Amy Catherine Giannotti. Carson Nicole Jarvis. Stephanie Ann Jimenez Gonzalez. Elizabeth Ann Karcheski. Marissa Nicole Keith. Catherine Amber Kelsey. Savannah Gail Kirschner. Sarah Catherine Kerwin. Danielle Ruth Kinkner. Denise Samantha Crazley. Callie Marie Creer. Ashley Marie Kusera. Haley Catherine Kukta. Madison Emily Kurtz. Shane James Kelly. Garrett Alexander Roy Kennedy. Andrew Michael Carney. Justin Shane Kelly. Justin Thomas Johnson. Chad Lloyd Jordan. Christopher Stephen Jakowski. Chad Christopher Johnson. Douglas Samuel Hornung. Jonathan Michael Hudak. Kyle Scott Hosey. Luke Everett Hosey. Jonathan Edward Herman. Kyle Stephen Henricks. Haley LaKeecherin. Gretchen Moria Lederer.
Olivia Love. Alexandra Marie Lyon. Amanda Caitlin Malasics. Christina Asunta Mariotti. Michaela Marie Mast. Mara Adele Matthews. Zoe Taylor Mattis. Kayla Elizabeth Maurer. Amanda Lynn Mawson. Margaret Ann Mawson. Ariel Ari McClary. Kate Ann McGonigal. Anthony Michael Manza. Ryan Anthony McGee. Chase Skylar Line. Mason Kyle Little. Matthew Vincent Lenge. Andrew Richard Lewis. Matthew Justin Labette. Karan Amir Bailey. Matthew James Lane. Alex Joseph Labella. Nicholas Raymond Lanahan. Christian Michael Keys. Christopher Jason Kolb. Alexandra Marie McCutcheon. Josephine Ann McGarry. Patricia Lee McGarry. Emily Rain McGowan. Casey M. McHugh. Gabriella Lynn McKee. Kelly Ann McEwen. Caitlin Marie McLaughlin. Lydia J. McMurray. Madison Elizabeth Meredith. Carly Noel Miller. Deanna Annie Miller. Sarah Marie Maloney. Kevin Spencer Miller. Spencer John Miller. Edward Luther Meyer. Patrick James Meyer. James Patrick McIntyre. Brett Joseph McConaughey. Alexander Bradley McCullough. Kyle Patrick Maurer. Tyler Eric Maudie. Matthew Charles Marks. Alexander Theodore Matthews. Corwin Michael Mancuso. Christian Daniel Marks. Alexandra Marie Montez. Allison Lynn Mooney. Leanne Elizabeth Maurer. Madeline Ellen Mullen. Christina Marie Musser. Ashley Chui Von Wynn. Rachel Lynn Needleman. Marissa Lynn Oyster. Sky Sierra O'Leary. Taylor Alexandra Perry. Caitlin Rebecca Phillips. Brittany Ann Panuski. Alexis Nicole Pope. Kaylin Nicole Pop. Christopher Douglas Patrick. Nathan Alexander Pennypacker. James Francis O'Keefe IV. Anders Edward Opitz. Stephen David Myers. Nicholas Charles Napolitan. Samuel Vincent Murphy. Stephen Joseph Muscovich. Logan Aaron David Moyer. Joshua David Mullen. Scott Robert Moore. Robert Jan Morris. Basil Hassan Makaladi. Richard Anthony Molinaro. Kendall Lee Porter. Kennedy Francis Maria Perwecki. Juliana Michelle Pravini. Michaela Marie Pupek. Kelsey Rose Purcell. Ashley Lynn Razor. Janina Leilani Reed. Rebecca Marie Rote. Lisa Melanie Roth. Emma Corinne Ruggiero. Emily Ann Seiko. Amanda Rachel Saladay. Drew Elizabeth Schneider. Lauren Nicole Schweppe. Michael Brian Rogers Jr. Brandon Christopher Rodriguez. Tyler Michael Reitenauer. Matthew John Ristusha. Baxter Lawrence Recton. Jacob Allen Rare. Kyle Douglas Quitner. Robert Carl Rausch. William Joseph Pacino. Alec Daniel Pupo. Joshua Daniel Politz. Thomas Perry Prophet. Matthew Ryan Petrulio. Nicholas Michael Phillips. Elizabeth Caitlin Sieber. Allison Catherine Siegel. Jordan Elizabeth Sellers. Alexis Emily Shimkonis. Morgan Rose Shaposky. Haley Ann Siana. Catherine Alik Skinechny. Rachel Ruth Smith. Danae Christine Snyder. Sabrina Jean Sorensen. Haley Jo Steed. Emily Maycott Stolman. Madison Foister Sutton. Aubrey Ryan Sirik. Anthony Taylor Smiley. Jacob Alexander Spence. Ian Michael Simon. Christian Patrick Simpson. Francis David Shepard. Eric Michael Shuchuk. Matthew Schwartz. Wyatt Donald Scott. Brian David Shea. Colin Edward Sager. Joshua Ryan Sager. Kyle Matthew Rodriguez. Dylan Joseph Ryan. Elizabeth Haley Tamburo. Sarah Catherine Yvonne Taylor. Taja Marie Thompson. Kara Marie Thorpe. Rachel Ann Tabinas. Emma Rose Trudgeon. Rebecca May Vanderwerf. Sarah Hayward Vince. Barbara Jean Wadsworth. Allison Marie Walker. Jordan Ann Walker. Teresa Michelle Walsh. Jill Mackenzie Weston. Carly Ann Whitworth. Clinton James Trego. Michael Thomas Taylor. Sean Ryan Tevis. William Edward Tarr. Alan Gregory Taylor. Joseph Richard Swank. Jacob Stephen Swigert. Hey. Christopher Michael Stout. Hey. Dallas Raymond Struss. Tyler Robert Stewart. Austin Matthew Stonebreaker. Kyle Thomas Stevens. Zachary Thomas Stevenson. Lauren Nicole Wigand. Danielle Jordan Wolfram. Ashley Summer Wright. Brianna Catherine Zio. Erin Marie Zimmerman. Evan Scott Yeager. David Robert Yoakum II. Sean Alexander Wolstenholme. Travis Lee Wunderlich. Kent Edward Wilkinson. Brandon Alexander Willis. Wesley Robert Walters. Cameron Garrett Whitelock. Arvid Christoph von Werder. Brandon Charles Walker. Anthony Michael Tusky Jr. Nicholas Antonio Villarosa. Mason Alexander Tracewell. Colin Alcott Tucci.
I never get tired of saying it. Class of 2014, well done, well done. It's my pleasure at this time to introduce our final speaker, Noah Edgecliffe Johnson, Class of 2014 Director.
All right. I'm the last person you're going to have to listen to today, and I know you're all dying to get out of here, so I'm going to draw this out and make it as long as I can. Failure. It's something we are all too aware we must face. Everyone here will fail, falter, and flounder over and over again. And if you bear in mind what to do, if at first you don't succeed, you will try again, and eventually you will fail again. It is an inescapable truth of life. With this in mind, it is of the utmost importance that you never confuse failing with defeat. Because being a failure is not defined by how many times you have faced loss, it is defined by how you let your losses affect you. The only thing in this world that dictates whether or not you are a failure is you. It is whether you walk out the door every day expecting to meet disaster, or walk out the door motivated by the knowledge that you have a chance to overcome your previous troubles. It is whether you view each day as an opportunity to fail or an opportunity to succeed even in the face of adversity. It is, in essence, whether you fear the failure or you welcome it as an opponent. Some of you may know that I participate in a club called DECA. For the last 3 years, I competed on the national level, and for the last 3 years, I lost. Each year, I knew it was a long shot for me to make it onto the stage, but I couldn't stop myself from trying. We must accept that we will face adversity, not that we will succumb to it. So my advice to you is to face every challenge with the understanding that you may fail, you may flop, you may fall short, because these are all very real possibilities. But it is only when you believe that loss is a certainty that you become a failure. Success may sometimes be an improbability, but it is never an impossibility. There are those of you who society has already deemed to be winners, and there are others who society has already deemed to be losers. Winners, prove them right. Losers, prove them wrong. Thank you. Would the class of 2014 please rise in this symbolic tradition signifying the completion of our graduation, and please move your tassel from the right side to the left side of your commencement cap. Thank you and congratulations. Would everyone please rise as the senior choral members sing our alma mater?
Justice Roberts,